I'm not going to do it, so they can keep saying that, but I'm not going to do it.
You seem to be more of a defensive player these days than a fullback. What are your takes on this new defense, what you guys are doing out here?
Yeah, it's awesome to get these reps in at linebacker. Obviously, it's a new system, kind of taking some from the old and have new spins on things. So it's been fun because, for the young guys, they've just been in one system. So it's good for them to learn something new. For me, I've kind of seen a variation of it before. So it's familiar to some extent. And I think the guys are doing a good job of, picking it up.
Jordan's kind of taking on a bigger role in terms of being the guy doing calls, everything. What have you seen out of him?
Yeah, it's awesome to see him more vocal. He's a pretty quiet guy naturally, and I think he's always been a leader just in his play. But seeing him take charge of the huddle, getting the calls called, promptly and setting up the defense is impressive to see.
So you've seen a variation of the defense before. Where was that at?
Just like over the years. I mean, it all kind of blends together now. But football kind of carries over from team to some extent. You just kind of things are played similar to other places I've been, and then different. From when I got here. So it's kind of fun to see a mix of like two separate worlds of that, I'd say.
When will we see between two Bellores?
Pretty soon here. It's tough to come up with material with, we have a pretty lackluster group of personalities, so I've got to bring it out of them. So I'm kind of eyeing targets. I have a couple ideas, but I'm not going to tip them off quite yet. But soon enough here, we'll have something for you guys. No, I got to pull it out of them. So I'll figure it out though.
Nick, do we bring up that you're the second oldest person on this team? Does that do anything to move the needle? I think Al's got you beat.
Yeah, he does, and I think he's a full 2 years older than me, and definitely you can tell it in how he looks versus me. But I obviously take my looks very serious, and I'm happy with how I'm aging, even though I'm kind of a dinosaur in this world. I'm trying to hold on for dear life with these young bucks coming in.
Moisturizer.
Yeah. The mustache doesn't help, but this has got to come off pretty soon here, I think.
You had a discussion with a young guy that's put in perspective how much younger some of these guys are, whether it's video games, that you guys watch TVs, whatever.
Yeah, I won't tolerate the video game talk, so that's a note. Like when they bring that up, I just walk away. You see guys with tattoos that, like, when I came in the league, it'd be like established in 1983 or something, and now I'm seeing like 2002. So that's annoying. And then I find myself saying like, "Oh, it wasn't like this when I was younger," which is like the ultimate, you're old. So. I always say this, but I'm like in the get off my lawn stage of my career where the guys annoy me, and I couldn't really articulate why. They just do.
Do players know more about football now, coming in as rookies and younger players, than when you started? Maybe. I mean, is there more of a because the college game might be,
It depends. I mean, it's tough because when I came in the league, it's like I didn't really know much of anything, but like the older guys, you could tell how much they knew, and they were like I guess how I am now. But you see, I think physically you see the difference in guys more than anything in terms of you see some of these guys out here. I'm like, I don't know how I play the same sport as them, and they just keep getting bigger and faster, and I think that's the main thing you notice.
What's been your impression of this running back group coming back this year? Both walking in front of them and trying to go after them. You've seen the group you have Ken Walker, Rashad coming back in the shape that he's in now.
Yeah, Rashad came back great shape and ready to roll. And I hate giving Spartans a shout out, but Kenneth Walker's been unbelievable. Just the juice he brings and how explosive he is running the ball is amazing. And then DJ and Homer have done an amazing job. And it's fun to see that group. Now being a linebacker, I hate to give them any credit at all, but they do an incredible job, and Coach Morton's done a great job with them, and they're running unbelievably well right now.
You missed being on offense?
Yeah, but I just wasn't getting the ball enough, so I just told Pete I want to play linebacker where I can do something more. But they paid DK all the money, so I understand I'm not going to get the touches, so I figured it was time to move on.
The players talk to you just about keeping the balance of the game and off the field, through all your years you've been playing?
Yeah, I think it's tough because, football is what we do. As much as we say, it's like don't take things personal when you have a bad play and all that stuff. We put a lot of effort into it. So when things don't go your way, you do take it personal. And I think for me, the biggest lesson I can instill in the young guys is the importance of special teams. Is just because it's like we know who the starting receivers are going to be. It's like the young guys aren't going to beat out DK. So the path to the team is special teams. And I think the sooner those guys get it, which they tend to, or else they're just not here, they are able to do it. And I think especially offensive players where it's not a typical, running and tackling type position, I think it's valuable for those guys to get it early and embrace it. And once they do, they can do great things for a team.
Who's made an impression to you on that front?
Well, it's hard not to notice Tariq. I mean, one of the fastest dudes I've ever seen, and I don't know how tall he is, but you see him running down on Gunner, and once we get him rolling on kickoff, it's going to be incredible to watch, I think.
Who would you say is pound for pound the best athlete on your team?
So not me. I mean, some of the stuff that Brian Monet does is pretty incredible. I'll say he's 360, conservatively, and if you watch him run to the ball, it's unbelievable to watch. And he'll even get like his chin strap like over his mouth where he can barely breathe, and that's when you know he's really going to play well. And you'll see him run down running backs 40 yards downfield, which is incredible to watch. Scary.
Anything else?
Yep. Thanks.